gardening friends. Today is mulch day. Super excited. I've got some more plants to plant as well, so we'll see if we can get through this day and make it happen. I've got graduation tomorrow, so nothing better than waiting to the last minute to mulch. That being said, let's get our hands dirty and let's see what the garden has to offer. When I'm doing these videos as well, and you know, setting the camera down low, those of you who are new to gardening, or those of you who are experienced and just want to see how it is that this garden functions, just kind of, it's not so much about watching, you know, me get down there and do those types of things. It's more or less looking at the surroundings around you. Look how I use hardscape, look how I use some of the shrubs and different trees, plants, annuals. Just kind of be observant and see if something doesn't trigger an experience for you guys. So that being said, let's just get straight to the mulching, and then we're gonna plant some stuff up at the end. Yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, mulching is darn near wrapped up. I went in, took a shower, rinsed off, got my change of clothes. That mulching is a tough, nasty job. especially whenever you wait and let your garden get this lush before you start putting it down. But I was really waiting for a rain, and we hadn't had a rain for a while. Well, a rain came through last night or the night before, and so it's a good time to put a blanket of mulch over it and trap in that moisture. So it's kind of holding out for that and getting ready for graduation. That being said, I've still got a lot to do, but I wanted to get I just wanted to freshen up a little bit before I started on the next projects. So one of the juniper palms that I'm going to be trimming up used to sit right behind this post, but back there, if you can see, that's the pond. You can see probably some water right here, and then I have the dry creek. I don't know if that's coming through in the video as much, but just sitting here drinking a beverage and a sweet tea, listening to the birds take baths and sing. So created kind of a world for all living things, I guess, if they want to come back here. I'd like to put a no entry for the bunnies and for the squirrels, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to head out there and we're going to get started on a few things. I wish I would have known that I was going to get done as fast as we did, because now I'm going to have to pull the mulch back and add a couple annuals and perennials that are calling my name. But outside of that, I think it's all turning out well. If you're wanting to know how many yards I've used so far, I will have used 5 yards in this garden by the time I'm done. I've got to get 1 more yard to complete the project, but I wanted to just kind of fill you in on the front side. I won't bore you with mulching in the backyard, but we hadn't spent much time in the front or in the side garden, and I haven't yet been on the west side of the house to share anything with you. But for the most part, the garden is 3 sides of the house, and so I've been bringing you the backyard for the most part. But I think I'm about ready. So let's jump in and see what else we can get our hands into. There's that beautiful color all through here. We'll be doing a garden tour soon, and we'll just name off some things, and yeah, we'll see how happy the garden can be by the end of the day. That being said, let's go for it. Okay, I wanted to push the pause button for a second and kind of just stop and look. I'm all about the lanterns. I really like them. I'm just not 100% sure they're right for this garden. Again, I got those on a really good discount from a box store at 90% during the Christmas season. I grabbed like a lot, and so they're just kind of tucked away in sheds and garages. My in-laws have taken some, but I really like them, so I'm trying to figure out ways to put them and implement them into the garden throughout, and we'll see if that continues. But one day when I finally get done with all the landscape, for the most part, all the hardscape and stuff, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put in lighting. But I'm trying to hold off on the lighting because I move this stuff so much. You wouldn't believe how many things I move in the garden. So that being said, I can't wait to have, you know, a little light fixture somewhere shining onto that feature point, and then looking up here on the pallet wall, just all the and then glowing through the trees. It's going to look really nice, but for right now that's just a visual. It's not really working. That lantern's not, and I think in the end it's going to look good, but I wanted to push pause just so if I do forget when I'm recapping to talk about that, I'm excited about it, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to stay there. And then as the trees mature, or as this side matures, much like this side, and I've got a hydrangea right behind the Moxie sign, it's going to bleed over the further the season goes along. But I really like for different greenery and you know, the softness of the plants and shrubs and stuff to bleed into the sidewalk to make it look more mature. Anyways, that being said, let's continue on this backyard journey. Okay, so right off the bat we started with that ring. That was the first thing I started with today, but I wanted to start here because when I first moved in, this had all kinds of weird weeds and all kinds of things, you name it. It was in this front area, and I rototilled it all down and put sod in here. So I'll see if I have a photo. If so, then I'll put it in here in the beginning. If not, you can take my word for it. Then right over here, this mulch right here that I parked in, I think it does a number. And then my daughter surprised me. She painted our rock. If you look at the beginning of the video, it looked pretty rough, but my wife's painted it over the years, and now my daughter did. She surprised me with that. Now that rock has been with us almost 20 years. Our kids were just, one of the kids was just a few years old when we first got that. Okay, I thought I'd come back a little bit. You can see, to give you a different perspective, you can see the wooden bench right there. I've got a bunch of Shasta daisies, and right here I've got black lace elderberry. Also right here is some dappled willow, but you can see how that mulch, just standing back from a view, really just makes everything tie in. Takes away all the blemishes and all the unsightly eyesores that typically coming out of winter. But yeah, if you move just right along here, the garden seems to really just speak for itself when you mulch it. So I have a lot of energy, and before I started gardening I used to play sports a lot. Straight out of high school, went to college, to a JUCO. Didn't really do much there, but then walked away from that, and then ended up just picking up football games, basketball games at your local recs and YMCA's, whatever. The reason why I'm telling you that is because once I stopped that, because I became a father and injuries and that type of stuff, I still had a bunch of energy and I didn't know what to do with it. So doing this gardening has really allowed me to focus my energy towards something. So the reason why I'm sharing that with you is this sidewalk. After I'd mulched and done the planting and everything, I was waiting for the sun to go down a little bit so I could share with this video. And I had a bunch of this lumber from the pergola that I tore down, and I just started kind of cutting boards, and it's not laid in there the way it's going to be, but eventually it will be. Because you remember, if you go back to the beginning of the video, I had straight black steel beams in there where the wood just laid in a little shelf like. And so today, this evening, I decided to go ahead and change it up. But you can see here how well the mulch has made everything kind of pop. And then of course I wet everything down to kind of settle it in, and it's really starting to perform well. I mean, it's really starting to show out already. But I'm really excited about the way the garden pulls together after mulch. It's just really cool and pretty inexpensive. You can see, if you can pop in there, you can see where the robins have already started to move it, looking for their next meal. But yeah, I really don't even need to speak on it. You can see how much there is, you know, it just pops. So maybe I'll just be quiet and we'll walk through here. There's so much color, and it's really vibrant and remarkable how much it just comes through. You can see where I did the lemon coral sedum. I'm not big on planting in straight rows and straight lines, but you know, sometimes I bend the rules in my own garden, and this kind of like just highlights that area. And then eventually, as it matures, it's going to grow into the sidewalk again, sharing that space with me. So as we continue, I popped in some begonias here. I think they look really nice. I think it's kind of picturesque. Nothing too dramatic, kind of simple. I did park this bicycle in here because I moved that lamp into there. Yep, looks nice. This is probably the biggest, other than the mulch going in. This juniper here looks really sharp. I could still probably do a little bit more manicuring on it, but it's the first time I'd ever done anything like that before. Bought some clippers from Walmart. They are the Hyper Tough brand. I think that cost me 75 bucks. I'll drop that in the link below, hopefully, if I remember. And pretty simple, so if you have a project like that that you need to do, not bad at all. Let's see, what else did I put in? Let's go around here. Tried to take you slowly. Got some speedwell right here. Got those on the cheap. They looked pretty miserable at one of the local box stores, and so they had them on their discount program, and snatched them up and put them in water for the last couple days, and right back to it. So eventually the next year, those will, when they wake up again next spring, along with the iris and stuff, as it starts to mature, it'll go towards the sidewalk. I keep reiterating that because I really like that style. I don't want it to go over so much, but I do like the ins and outs of stuff. You can see right here where I have the lambs here, and just the different things that fold over. So yep, onward we go. I have a few, I dropped in a few creeping phlox that in due time will spill over these wooden structure. You can see in there. I've got a few more to pick up. That was, I actually found that in the back of my truck when I was pulling the tarp back. I purchased several of them for, let me pan you around. If you can remember when I did this video right here, and I planted all the different plants in there. I planted several creeping phlox. Well, That one got mixed up in the tarp and found it, I think, maybe just in the nick of time and drowned it. So we'll see if it comes back. Hopefully we'll do just fine, but I can envision in a few years, even by next year perhaps, it hanging over into the grass and giving me some early spring color. I parked this Henry Spire in here to just kind of break up the monotony of the border there. And then as this Brunnera comes, it'll kind of lean over. I'm okay with the iris standing just like they are. And then the hostas will kind of come over, and the ivory halo dogwood. But all in all, this will continue to mature, and we'll see as the garden continues to you know, help me help it get to where I want to be. This sedum right here will spill over this rock and into the bridge. That'll be fun. And then the two roses that are on both sides of the bridge there, those look sharp. What else did we do? That might be it, but you can actually see how much fun that mulch is. That it did a number, and it's super exciting whenever you can just really have it all blend and tie together. I will probably have not get this video out for a week or so, because I do have a bunch of family and friends coming in for graduation. So maybe by the time you see this, I may have already got another video out. Who knows? Because I do have another yard of mulch that I need to get. So before I give this video to you, I might end up putting that together. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying what this channel is delivering. I am learning each and every time I make a new video from the comments and the feedback. So bear with me. We'll continue to do this garden together. And yeah, if you like what you see though, from this little bit, as I mature and learn about this channel and how to deliver to you guys what you're looking for, just hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification. Then every time I upload a video, you'll be the first to see it. So that being said, I appreciate everybody, and we will talk to you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.